Hi, I'm Princess of Tea, and today I'll be trying out a tea from a company called Modern Tea. This particular tea is called Wonder Woman. I was actually drawn to the name of it to try it out. So just to kind of tell you what is in it, it's a mint fruit hybrid. So this has organic soothing nettle, raspberry and peppermint, chamomile, ginger root, dandelion, oat straw, horsetail, rose petals, and stevia. So just a couple things. A lot of this sounds a lot healthier than I normally go for in a tea. But the raspberry and peppermint, like I really like a good peppermint tea, so as long as like the peppermint is really there and strong, I think there's a good chance that I'll like this. It's the chamomile, I'm a little bit more nervous because I'm not a fan of chamomile. So hopefully the other flavors will help balance this out. Because there's stevia in this, there's also stevia for those of you that don't know. Stevia is you might see this in the grocery aisle for stevia sugar substitute. The ones that you'll find in the store are have been chemicalized, bleached, and condensed either to a powder or crystal form. Stevia is naturally a leaf. So you can buy stevia in just the leaf format and mix it into your tea blends. And it's a great sugar substitute that doesn't really change the taste of the tea too much, and it doesn't raise your blood sugar levels. So it's also 0 calories. I'm not going to put sugar in this at first, at least, just because it already has stevia in it. So we'll see how that goes and whether I need to make it a little bit sweeter, because I like a sweet tea. So here we go. We're going to start with, this is a herbal tea, but it looks like for this one it wants to, there are instructions on the bag to steep at 205 degrees, so a little bit less than boiling. It's like just right there before boiling, if you don't have a pot that tells you what the temperature is. Because boiling is 212 degrees, so it's like literally right before that. Alright, now let's go ahead and open this up, and I'm going to take a look and see what the first impressions are opening it. Whew! Ooh, right off the bat, like as soon as I open the bag, like that peppermint smell is there, which is good. So that definitely, I see the rose. Rose is always like really easy to see in a blend. It's nice and striking compared to everything else. I'm seeing the chamomile. Chamomile is also not hard to miss. What is that smell? Yeah, it's that peppermint smell mixed with that sweetness, like with the raspberry and the stevia. It smells like peppermint candy. So that's what it smells like. Let's go ahead and see how it tastes. Alright, and now for this herbal blend, it recommends using steeping for 4 minutes. Alright, so right off the bat we have a very crisp, nice kind of golden color. Still smell that peppermint coming through pretty strong, which is good, because I like peppermint. Really interesting, because the first taste that you get is kind of more of that chamomile flavor. It's very, very subtle at first, but then the kind of that lingering peppermint is what kind of comes in as an aftertaste, which wasn't what I was expecting, with like the smells being so strong with the peppermint. I was really expecting to be like, that is what I taste. But the peppermint really doesn't, you don't taste it as so much as you have kind of like an afterthought of it. But it's very pleasant and very light. Like, I can tell that this tea, the Wonder Woman part of it is partially a nod to pop culture, but also a nod to a reference to how this tea is meant to. It's meant to be a healthy tea. It's meant to have a lot of health benefits to really make the drinker a Wonder Woman. I think that's what they were going for with this, was to have like a nice like herbal blend that has a bunch of antioxidants, has that chamomile and the soothing nettle. And I know peppermint itself has lots of health benefits, so this tea really is going for to be a booster, so to speak, kind of like a superpower. Now, I will say this tea has the perfect amount of sweetness to it. Now, healthy teas like this, the lighter teas, I usually don't have with sugar anyways. I'll usually, if it needs some sweetness, I'll put in honey. And I'd say that this is on the same par with that, with a tea that I've had to put honey into. It's not so sweet that you're like, yes, this is really sweet, and distracting from the tea. Like, those flavors are still there. But I love that I don't have to put in any extra stuff for this tea. This is the kind of tea that you just drink after a long day. Because there's no caffeine, this is a great evening tea to just kind of like detox after work, after dinner. But this one is just no fuss, no adding, just a nice, crisp, clean, healthy tea, which is great for like a late night booster before you go to bed. Now, I've tried quite a few peppermint teas since I really like peppermint tea. This one isn't my favorite blend, but my favorite blend isn't also necessarily the healthiest either. My favorite peppermint tea blend is a black tea with a little bit of lemon. So I really like these fruit mixed with peppermint teas. This one was along the same line where it has that peppermint but with some fruit flavors as well. Yeah, so while it's not my favorite taste-wise, it's still a really good taste, and I like that I don't have to add any sweetener to it because it's already included with the stevia. I wish more tea blends would do that because I think it's a perfect marriage of putting in stevia leaves with a tea blend because you're already putting all those blends in there. Might as well have the stevia leaf as well to give it that natural sweetness. This would be, I think, one of my go-tos for like an after dinner, just before bed tea for a while. So thank you so much for watching. If you have a suggestion for a tea that I should try in the future, go ahead and leave a suggestion in the comments below. And I hope to see you next time.